Or sometimes I do this, and he now knows that I am alone.
I would recommend having something like this if you're thinking about a build. Just be open with your partner, with the person that you're traveling with.
We want to support real people like us that are just out there like funding our own freedom, you know?
Hi, I'm Luke.
I'm Kelsey.
And this is our bus. Come take a tour.
Welcome to our kitchen. We are at the bus fair showing off our brand new stove that we got at an RV surplus store in Portland. Hot tip. We've been cooking on a Coleman for the past year, and I'm so excited to not have to set up that whole thing just to make my breakfast anymore. So we have lots of storage in our small space. Everything has a dual purpose in here. We use magnets, and it's not the most picturesque in here, but this is reality. We have all of our silverware on magnets. Over here in the kitchen sink / bathroom sink, we've got magnets again, hair ties, all my goodies. We did a lot of our shopping at IKEA. We've got an IKEA sink, IKEA curtain rods, lots of tiny spaces and organizational things from there as well. You'll notice we have decal stickers as well. People think those are real stained glass, but it's all from Home Depot. We had to work around our wheel wells in our bus. So we lifted our fridge and put it on slide out so that we could surpass the wheel well. We also needed lots of space to access our electrical closet, which is tucked away in here. My grandmother's maiden name is Gallo, which is rooster in Italian. So everyone has to have a rooster in their kitchen. So this is in our kitchen / everything space. This is kind of a grab and go area. I have my headphones here. I have my skates. Luke has his drills. We've also got the camera ready to go. We do pretty much everything that we need a counter space for over here. And Luke doesn't exactly fit inside of our bus. I'm fortunate even in high shoes or my roller skates I can fit. But Luke does a lot of leaning on this counter as well. Okay, so in a tiny space, I want it to feel like a home. I want to have decorations and things on the wall, but they have to have a dual purpose. So we kind of show off our sunglasses this way. We have our name tags ready to go so we know where they are for work because we are doing a seasonal job at a KOA, which we love. I've also got a shot of our babies here that are not with us at the bus fair because they're such good guard dogs that no one would be allowed in here. And yeah, that's kind of just our favorite moments of the month being displayed. So I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Luke is from Nebraska. We met working in Denver. We were actually met at a Mercedes-Benz of Denver dealership. And we found out we had matching dogs. So my dog's name is Sadie, his is Sally. They look like they're identical twins, but they're both mutts. So that kind of brought us together and started our story. Things kind of all ended at the same time for me, like my apartment lease, my car lease, everything kind of wrapped up, and I found myself moving into Luke's home, which was too much home for me. So we kind of collectively decided that our vision was going to go somewhere else. We didn't know where for the first couple months, but the bus thing just kind of manifested into our life.
We were really looking for a van actually, initially.
Yeah.
We were totally about it. When we got an actual chance to see inside of vans, we realized we needed the extra space width-wise. Height-wise, I'm too tall for it anyways, so it is what it is there. But we needed that extra space width-wise.
It was like Goldilocks going to the tiny bus. We went in the big bus and we were like, this is too big. And we went in the van and we're like, this is too small. And we didn't even know the short bus was a thing until we went to Tiny Fest, and this was just
Perfect.
right.
Yes. All right, guys, welcome to the bedroom booth area. When we were designing our bedroom, it came into play where do we want to have a full-time bed or something that is a little bit more accessible? So we forego a little bit of space and storage underneath to have the booths. The 360 views around as well were totally worth it. That's what this is about, right? We want to enjoy as much of what we can as possible. So we went ahead, and Kelsey loves to read. You can see I've got a few books up here as well, but overall this is Kelsey's library right here. Very, very important when we're out on the road, when it's raining, we'll open the windows up and just have some of our own time kind of thing. Storage up top was absolutely necessary. As you can see, everything is totally filled up. But with a bus this size, we really had to make sure that we could fit everything we needed to in all the spaces. So storage up top, storage down below underneath the bed as well. There's 40 gallons of water underneath this guy, and our garage over here is holding the rest of our tools and or some winter gear, anything that we actually have to kind of put away and out of the space that we're not going to need right away. One thing we also wanted to do was optimize anything that we possibly could. So inside of our armrests, we also have storage as well. Not everything is perfect all the time, right? Stuff kind of has to get forced places, and we put magnets to hold everything closed, but that's kind of like the, beauty and grace, I guess, at that point, right? You have to be okay with it, maybe not being perfect, but absolutely being useful for what you need it as. Everybody is very interested in cost effectiveness of all of this stuff. You can buy buses online, government auctions everybody knows about, get them for really cheap. And we bought it for $8,500. So again, at the top of the market, but we took into account the things, the engine, it was ultra reliable, it was very well taken care of. It hauled a bunch of little kids around through the mountains, so we figured if they were willing to have it up there, it was probably pretty safe for us on the road. And for the last almost 50,000 miles, the only thing that ever really happened was we had to change the distributor cap and the front wheel bearings. So, like, knock on wood, but we've been really, really lucky. Chevy gas 350, so again, ultra reliable, not crazy fast, but this isn't a fast lifestyle. Like, stop and smell the roses, enjoy the drive. The build itself with everything was probably close to that 12 to 14,000, I guess. Wood was ultra expensive at the time as well, and then all the little things, right, to seal everything in. So I might be a little bit high on that, but I'd rather, be high in the wrong way or wrong in the right way kind of thing. Some storage as well inside of the closet, obviously, is necessary. Everybody wears clothes. Kelsey has a lot of stuff that she likes to keep with, again, in different climates and everything. So a lot of storage for clothes was absolutely necessary. Storage as much as we possibly could, fit everything into tight spaces. So this is our toilet, this is our bathroom area. It's been like 3 or 4 different things now. We wanted to make it a shower. We gave that to our friend in Denver, the shower pan, because we never used it. We had a door here. We gave that to some other friends that needed it as well. And actually, this also goes into the fact of building. We built this little bench here at the bus fair when we first got here. It was very just kind of quick and made it work out. But it's hiding our nature's head inside of there. I think it's a great product. Next time, if we wanted to do another build, we'd probably do something a little bit more custom for the compost toilet. If you know, you know. Otherwise, though, it just has all of our fun laundry stuff, cleaning stuff inside of there, out of sight, out of mind when we don't need it. So always use the space that you have accordingly. Not everybody's going to fit the same way inside of theirs, but make it custom to yourself. There's no wrong way to do it. That's always the most important thing to remember. So everybody asks about power. I'll be real with you. When I started this, I didn't understand electricity very much, and I still don't really that much, but here's what we got. We have 2 100-watt solar panels up here. We don't have anything that takes a lot of juice, so we went with the smaller version of everything. We're going to be adding a couple more panels. We realize that we absolutely need to have that. So far, though, we've been able to get away with just these 2. We have a 40-amp battery-to-battery charger as well, so on the cloudy days, turn the engine on, let it run a little bit, or we just drive somewhere else, right? And the batteries charge up underneath. We've got 2 100-amp-hour batteries. They're lithium batteries, so they work great. We don't like to let them discharge too low, but they're always giving us the right amount of power that we need to have inside of the bus. 40 gallons of fresh water is hiding underneath the bed as well. Up here, is our rooftop deck. As Kelsey says, big deck energy. It's being held up by some legs that we picked up from Skoolie.com. Ended up meeting the owner here. cool dude, way support his business. Had a great time and a great conversation with him. We really enjoy the deck. This is where we hang out a lot, and I would recommend having something like this if you're thinking about a build. If you don't, nothing against that either. So.
I'm a Libra and Luke is a Gemini.
We are Gemini.
So I live with all three of him. And when he gets a little busy in here, sometimes I send him up to the roof, or sometimes I do this, and he now knows that I am alone.
Yes, that was part of the reason for the rooftop deck, was that we wanted the extra space, but since we also like to go into the city at times, we have to be short. So maybe when I'm not feeling great, I'm feeling a little bit stressed out, or vice versa, Kelsey is, we just go to the rooftop deck and enjoy a little bit of space, right? And ultimately, at the end of the day, just be open with your partner, with the person that you're traveling with, because you are trying to have this wonderful experience together. And if you can't be open and talk about how you're feeling, then it's not going to be as wonderful as you'd like it to be. It'd still be great, right? But to be able to make that work out is how we feel.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, thanks for coming and taking a tour of our tiny house. You can follow us in our journey online on Instagram at Bender and the Beauty. Make sure you look up Kelsey's business, zodiacjuiceastrology.com or Zodiac Juice Astrology on Instagram. She does awesome readings.
Yeah, if you want all the juicy details about your birth chart, definitely check out my website, zodiacjuiceastrology.com. I would love to interpret the stars for you.